topic that we are going to discuss. It is the factors affecting the electronegativity, that how the factors affect the electronegativity. They may be cause the increase or the decrease of the electronegativity. So first of all, you must know that what does mean by the electronegativity. In the previous lesson, we have already learned electronegativity. It is a force of attraction to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself, that the atoms have make the bond between the atoms, and which one atom is having more ability to attract that shared electron pair, like hydrogen and chlorine, partial negative and partial positive charge formation on the chlorine. And why there is a formation of partial negative? Because chlorine is having more electronegativity as compared to the hydrogen. So basically this is the ability of atom to attract the shared electron pair towards itself in a chemical bond. When atoms make the chemical bond, they may share the electron pairs. Now, both the atoms have ability to share attract the shared electron pair. So the atom that is having more electronegativity, it will share the electron pair more tightly towards itself, and it will carry the charge partial negative. On the other hand, the atom that is having less electronegativity, it will acquire the charge partial positive. Now let's discuss the factors. So there are basically main four factors that can affect the electronegativity. And these four factors, first one we have nuclear charge. Second one factor is atomic radius, or we can say that atomic size. Okay, third one factor we have shielding effect. And the fourth one factor that is going to affect the electronegativity, it is electronic configuration. We can write it as E dot C. It's the electronic configuration. So let's discuss one by one that these factors how can affect the electronegativity. So first one factor is atomic size. When the atomic size is greater, we can say that when atomic size is greater, then what will happen? It will lower the then electronegativity will be lower. So this is the first effect. As we move in the group from top to bottom, we can see that the atomic size is going to be increase in groups. So in groups, the electronegativity is going to be decrease. So there is inverse relation between the atomic size and electronegativity. When atomic size is going to be, or atomic radius, we can say that going to be increase or decrease, it will affect the electronegativity in a inverse relation, that atomic radius increases, electronegativity decreases. Next we have the factor is nuclear charge. Now how can the nuclear charge will affect the electronegativity? So the simple is, then if the is greater nuclear charge is greater, then electronegativity will be greater. Then electronegativity will be greater. In turn, if the nuclear charge is going to be decrease, then it will also decrease the electronegativity. So there is a direct relation between the nuclear charge and the electronegativity. That when nuclear charge is going to be increased, then electronegativity is also going to be increased. Next, third one factor we have is a shielding effect. Shielding effect is as the number of shells increases between the nucleus or positively part of atom and valence shell, then the shielding factor is going to be increased. So the removal of electrons from an outermost electron is easy. Therefore, the electronegativity will also be lower. It means the relationship between shielding effect and electronegativity is inverse. Shielding effect is going to be increased, then the electronegativity is going to be decrease. So by increase of shielding effect, the electronegativity will be decreases. In the next section, we have the last one factor that is going to affect the electronegativity, it's electronic configuration. The completely filled or the half filled orbitals are stable. When we have completely filled or we have half filled orbitals, they are stable. But the addition of electron to these orbitals is difficult. When we need to add electron to these, it is difficult. For that reason, the electronegativity is very low. So the electronic configuration will affect when the orbitals are completely or half filled, then the electronic configuration is going to affect in a way that electronegativity will be lower or it will be decreases because they are not going to participate in the chemical bonding. And electronegativity is the property of an atom of an element to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself in a chemical bond. So it can also depend upon some other factors like the nature of the combining atoms. It may also depend upon the atomic volume, and it can also depend upon the ionization potential that we have already learned that what does mean by ionization potential and ionization energy. So these are some factors that can affect the electronegativity as well. In they may cause the increase or decrease of the electronegativity or property of an atom of an element. So I hope you guys understand all these factors, and if you have any queries you can ask me about that in the next comment section. And for that time, have a good day and Allah Hafiz.